All right, you're welcome back to the Pipsoclock weekly market analysis. And this week, we are considering the top four asset classes that could actually make your week. Yes, the top four asset classes that can make your week. And probably, maybe it could be rich. Yes. All right, so let's go ahead and do the right thing. But just note that trading comes with a measure of risk and you can actually lose all your funds, right? So nothing in all of our videos here suggests an investment advice. They're all for educational purposes. So please do your own research and consult your financial advisor, investment advisor if you need one. All right, having said that, let's head on to this week's analysis and we'll start with gold. All right, the precious yellow metal. In the past week, we saw before last week ending with a hanging man, and we were like up here. You can see it here, end of the hanging man, and that also looked like a dark cloud cover. But let me confirm it. I think we did that. Tried that last week. This is 2715.75 and opening at 2713. Okay, so it didn't make a dark cloud cover, but it was a hanging man, and we were of the opinion that if price could close below the close of this, then it may just be a signal of price heading further down. But then everything is still happening on the upper region of the Bollinger Bands, as you can see here. And now in the past week, though it closed lower than the close of the hanging man here, however, the low of last week couldn't beat the low of the week before it, the week before it, yes. So now with this, there's a twist to whatever this market is presenting. So we need to really carefully follow it. Okay. So now price above the weekly moving average 20 of the Bollinger Bands. Generally, 20 moving average price is above it, but then we will need to impose the 200 period moving average into this chart to be able to clearly determine what trend it is still. So I'm going to switch over to this chart here and connect it back to gold. All right, so now if you look at this, you can see on the 200 period moving average here, this is it. Okay, this is 4 hours. So let's switch to weekly. So on the weekly time frame, it's still far above it, and that's still bullish for the precious metal. You can see still bullish for it. Okay, so you can actually draw quality trend lines in all of this up to here. If I could just bring this in, we can draw quality trend line here, and price is still trading above the trend lines. So I could still say overall the appetite, the structure here is still bullish for gold. Okay, so but we are going to trim it down to 4 hours and then run it for the week. So let me switch back to this place, or probably I think I have a gold chart here. Okay, so let's quickly look at this. Let's look at this here, and I'll go to 4 hours. So and on 4 hours, gold. So in the short term for this week now, it appears that the market here is flat. Look at it. If you look at the Bollinger Bands here, the market appears to be flat and trading below the 20 period moving average, so signaling bearish mode, right? But overall, it's still sideways. Okay, so and what we might now be looking at now is if gold opens and continues like this, what will happen? So let's connect it to the pivot points for the week. So let's head on to the pivot points calculator, the floor pivots we are going to consider this time around. And look at floor pivot points. Price is at 2634.50. Now the current price, the closing price is at 2633. So meaning that if you could plot this in here right now, this is 2634, so which is above the current price. So if price opens below this if price opens below these pivot points for the week, of course the bias is bearish, right? So that means that you will now begin to monitor gold to go test the support at 2611, which is somewhere around here. 2611, somewhere here. Let's look at that 2611, somewhere around here. So price might come to test here. So you need to watch out for this. So around here now, you could watch out for price action that could give you a trigger. But before we conclude on that, let's quickly to bring in Fibonacci here now may not really be so very ideal, except you operate it on the 1 hour time frame. Let me quickly switch to 1 hour time frame and let's see. So on 1 hour time frame, it's still bearish. You get it? It's still bearish, which means in the short term, the market is bearish, but in the long term, it's bullish. So on the 1 hour time frame now, maybe if you're operating this on Monday, this might work for you. So let's quickly look at that. So you are in fact at rather 2635.18, which is the 50% Fibonacci retracement is actually on 1 hour is actually uh, about forming a confluence with the weekly pivot point for gold. So meaning that you can actually look out for price action to sell around 2635, between 2634.63 to 2635, all the way to 2640. Sell, sell, sell for gold until gold perhaps reaches this point at 2613 or 2611. Then you could find an opportunity to buy gold. I think that's much I can give you on gold. Everything should be work in progress. So let's head on to another instrument. This time around, we want to look at Euro USD. And quickly, Euro USD closed bullish in the past week, even though this is like a doji up there or spinning top. But then it recorded higher high and higher low in the past week. And if you look at the RSI at this point, RSI already has touched the 30 level and risen up again. So in fact, what we have here, and even look at the Bollinger Band here, the Bollinger Band, the lower band here has been stretched, and the price action around here suggests that Euro USD is making its way up. So we are going to be running this on a bullish stance with a bullish mindset. Okay, so that's for Euro USD. We are running with a bullish mindset. I'm sure the same thing applies to GBP USD. If you look at this, the same thing right here, really. But let's complete the Euro first. So that is what it is there. So we will be running this on a bullish mode. So quickly, we come over here again, and let's see if we can switch this over and look at the 200 period moving average. Yes, is still above the price. Yes, long term bearish, but for this week is we are looking at it. There's a bullish correction happening. So around here now, so the price action around here is suggesting that yes, it's picking up to start going back up. So who knows? So let's quickly switch it to 4 hours and see what we can make of that. I think okay, we may want to look at it. Okay, look, there's a chart here we can use on 4 hours for Euro USD. Euro USD, you see, there's the intrigue here is that it's operating above the lower periods of the moving averages. You have the 21 and the 50 here. It's operating above them, but there's a drop in price here, which was almost immediately getting corrected by this. So let's quickly merge it with the weekly pivot analysis for Euro USD. All right, so for the pivot points for the floor pivot, we have it at 1.0552. So 1.0552 is somewhere around here. 0552. Okay, let me see if I can expand it. Okay, no. Okay, 1.0552 is somewhere around here. Price is even above that. The current price is above 1.0552. Close price is 1.0566. So apparently the weekly pivot points is below the current or close price for this past week, and most likely price is going to open above that level, and of course that will be a bullish bias for Euro USD. And of course, to that effect, on 4 hours we can't plot Fibonacci, but on 1 hour we can actually attempt to do that. Let's see. Yes, on 1 hour we can attempt to do that because the 200 period moving average is far below the price. Okay, so if we do that, so we'll be running it on a bullish stance. So in this case, we have it here. Let's look at based on the rise from here. Yep. Okay, so based on that, a correction or a test of the levels here all the way from 1.50% at 1.05448 all the way to 38.2% at 1.05247. This may just be the ideal place to buy Euro US between here 1.05247 and 1.05448. All right, so you may want to watch out for that. Okay, so we head on to GBPUSD, and for GBPUSD, it's still the same thing that we have seen on Euro USD. Is bullish, higher high and higher low. So we just head on to the chart here, switch over to the, we are on 1 hour, switch over to the uh, 1 hour time frame, yes, okay, and then we will also be plotting the, we'll be plotting the Fibonacci retracement here, okay, so, and where is this coming from? Let me see if I can remove this. No, come on, 4 hours, okay, so the chart is clean now. At least a bit clean. Okay, so for this, we will just plot the Fibo here, connect to this. So based on this, we are going to be looking at 50% retracement should be somewhere around there, 1.27141, all the way to 1.26912. So buy could run from here. But then let's first of all look at the weekly pivot points for GBP USD. The floor pivot is at pivot points is the 1.2721. So 1.2721 is somewhere around here, so close to the 50% retracement. So here is a good, an ideal place to actually watch out for price action to buy GU at around here, 1.2714 all the way to 1.2721. Yep, 2721. So it's pretty cool here. All right, so you want to watch out for that. And finally, I will connect to Bitcoin. Yes. All right, so this will just be a guide to trading other crypto, all right, particularly those that follow BTC. Okay, so here you have BTC. The week for BTC hasn't completed as at the time of recording this video. Okay, you have to wait until midnight before we now conclude for the week. So, but if you look at the weekly chart, you can see that currently price is bullish and trading above all that BTC ever recorded in history. And note also that BTC recorded an all-time high, having reached 104,000. Yes, and currently, as at the time of recording this, is at 99,663. All right, so with this, the bull run appears to be really warming up to take over. 2025 bull run. You need to prepare yourself, get ready, and stay glued to this channel, and you get the most out of this by the time we begin to give you blow by blow account of what Bitcoin is doing and then other crypto that you could actually begin to work on. For example, now you can begin to look at Peppercoin, you can begin to look at Doge, you can begin to look at some native tokens like BNB, BGB, and so on. All right, so that's the much we can give you here. Just stay bullish with Bitcoin and trade carefully to win. From all of us here at the Pipsoclock, just want to wish you a very profitable Green Pips trading week. Thank you and God bless you.